Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome to episode 10 of my Squad Goals Career Mode series with Aston Villa. As you can see, we're just having a look at an offer that's come in for Patrick Cooper, one of our youth academy players. We're going to accept the offer based on the fact that we just want to get him out there earning some experience. As we move out to the first game of the episode, we're going to face off here against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Welcome to the pitch, our visitors, Aston Villa and Chelsea.
And as we can see there, we're just letting the teams walk out. We can see that Ampadu is part of the group of players that we're going to play in this match. So, Horn in goal, Bradrich at right back, Ampadu, the ex-Chelsea player, alongside Gordiano, Zagadou at left back, with Shaparenko, Mason and Dozzle in midfield. Lundberg, Weyer and Smith-Rowe will line out up front. Straight away, a shot there from Di Maria for Chelsea and putting us under pressure from the get-go. But we're 12 minutes in now and Shaparenko's been found with a great ball from Timothy Weyer. He cuts back, looks for Weyer again, the shot's blocked and it goes away for a corner. It's an unlucky effort there from Weyer, who just opened his body up with that shot. Straight in the face. Smith-Rowe out on the wing here, knocking it into the box. Lundberg, very unlucky there from the youth academy right-sided player with that header. As Depay here picks up the ball out on the left-hand side, and that was a foul there from Connor Mason with a slide tackle, trying to prevent the ball getting into the box. Just a free kick just ahead of half-time here for Chelsea. And they're going to try that little lob up over the top of the wall. I'm not having any of it this time and managed to get it clear. 69 minutes in and we're putting some pressure on Chelsea. Another shot from Weyer, this time a little bit further out, but once again deflected around from the Chelsea players. It would have been a strike on target had they not stopped him from getting the shot away. Connor Mason to Bradrich, down to Shaparenko. He finds Lundberg out on the wing. He knocks it forward, knocks it into the box first time, and Weyer nearly gets there ahead of the keeper. It's a very unlucky effort. So it's a 0-0 against Chelsea. Obviously superior opposition, the kind of team that we aren't necessarily going to be beating, but a very good result at 0-0. As we can see, Andre Dozzle got 5 points for his effort in that match, with Mason on 4 and Horn got 3. As we move out to the training exercises for our players here, we're going to swap out Joshua Wagnerman and we're going to place one of the young goalkeepers in his stead. So we're just selecting Patrick Cooper, who is potentially going to go out on loan at the end of this season. And he improves by 1 overall to 67, and as you may have noticed, Gordiano also improved by 1 overall to 71. And then we move out to the second match of the episode. We're going to face off against Wolves in this Midlands derby at home at Villa Park. Our lineup for this derby is Horn in goal, Bradrich at right back, Upamecano and Giordano at the centre, Henry at left back, Grealish, Burge and McGinn are in midfield, with Nelson, Dicko and Smith-Rowe up front. It must be noted that Dicko did play for Wolves, and that is predominantly the reason that he features as a striker in this game. Great ball there from Bradrich, switching lanes out to Rico Henry. Fantastic back heel into space for Sander Burge to take a really long range effort there, and he did put the goalkeeper under a bit of pressure. I think saw it late because it come out from behind his defender. Ball into the box there, and Smith-Rowe nearly got on the end of it, but it's cleared away. Grealish Oh, deflected and then smashed in the face as his reward. Grealish again on the ball here, and it's a slide tackle by the Wolves defender there. I think that's Bennett, and he may be getting a yellow card here. No, I think the referee's just going to wave him away as we line up to take the resultant free kick. We're going to swap players here and give it to Jack Grealish. Let's see what he can do with the free kick, and it hits the wall, unfortunately. Just couldn't get it up and over, and he'll be frustrated with that. John McGinn into Dicko. Dicko finds Grealish in space, and he should have finished that just before half time there. A fantastic chance for us to take the lead, but we don't take it as Grealish once again nearly skips through the Wolves defence. What an amazing strike there from McGinn, and as expected we've hit the woodwork. Just clipped the top of the bar there, but it was a fantastic strike. Aouar for Wolves. And I think that's actually one of their first chances of the match there. So it was another 0-0er. We're not having what you'd call a goal fest episode here, but we are keeping our head above the water against teams that perhaps we need to. So Sander Berge there with the performance of the match gets 6 points for his efforts as we move out to training once more. We've got Lundberg, Conti, Maldonado, Giordano and Cooper in the training slots. We've got transfer offer in here for Ryan Brewster. Now, ordinarily, I'd just reject this kind of offer because, frankly, we don't want to sell the player at this stage. But, you know, they've come in with a decentish opening gambit. So I'm going to try my luck at £15 million as the start offer and not selling the player for less than 13 million, let's say. Now, let's say 12.5 million. And you know, let's just see if they're prepared to pay that kind of money. If they are, then all well and good. We'll let Brewster go. If not, I'm quite happy to keep him in the squad. He's progressing quite nicely. As we move out to the third match of this episode, as we face off against Manchester United at Old Trafford.
Aston Villa and your Manchester United.
And the lineup for this match is going to be Horn in goal once more, Bradrich at right back, Upamecano and Bastoni in the centre with Henry playing left back, Berge playing in the CDM role with Maitland-Niles and McGinn playing in the engine room in the middle of midfield, with Grealish playing in the cam position and Brewster and Way are going to play up front. So we've gone for a 4-3-1-2 formation. I know we've been playing 4-3-3 for most of the season, but against a team like United I really want something a little bit more robust. Great ball in there from Rico Henry, and Brewster just can't turn it in, but the ball's still bobbling around. And what's the ref given here? It looks like we've got a penalty. So yeah, Pavard's just taken Grealish out as he swivelled on the opportunity and given away the penalty. I'm not so sure it was really a penalty in my books, but you know, against United I'll kind of take those favours as Weah steps up to take the opportunity and scores from the spot. And we are 1-0 up against Manchester United. 14 minutes into the game and we are 1 to the good, which, as I say, I'm not convinced it was a penalty in all fairness, but I will accept it and we'll move on from there. Great penalty from Weah as he just strokes it into the corner, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And that is now 10 goals for Weah in the Premier League. 30 minutes in and we've got a lobbed up through ball out onto Weah. Can he double his efforts? Yes he can, he smashes it home. Another goal for Timothy Weah and we're now 2-0 up against Manchester United. I wouldn't say it's an unassailable lead, because we've certainly had teams come back from this position before, but Manchester United have been definitely quiet so far in this game, and that is an absolutely fantastic effort there from Weah, as he absolutely smashes it past the Manchester United goalkeeper. And that'll take his tally up to 11 now for the season in the Premier League. Weah here on the ball. Oh, sorry, Maitland-Niles on the ball, knocking it out to Weah, onto Rico Henry. He waits and then knocks it onto Maitland-Niles. Waits for the run of Grealish, who's now found some space out on the left-hand wing. Knocks it inside. Keeper's managed to just claw that one away. And Bradrich there with a sliding tackle just before half-time. I think he took one for the team there, and yeah, gets himself a yellow card as a reward. Oh, and it was on our future player there, Marcus Rashford, so that might be interesting come the first training exercises of the pre-season of next season. Second half here, and Manchester United putting us under pressure. Get the ball into the box, far post, and they've hit the post. Fred there with a really nice header at the back post, managed to get above John McGinn, but he's clipped the outside of the post. Bradrick with a throw-in, knocks the ball into the box, and Wade just can't get his header on target there. On for the hat-trick, as we know. Pogba takes the shot, and it's a great goal there from Paul Pogba. Moved the defender around in front of him to gain the space, and now he does the dab for the effort. See here from the replay, the ball into Pogba, he turns, and Upamecano is just dragged to the left as he kind of anticipates a shot from Pogba into the top right hand corner, but he goes down low instead. And now we're 2-1 down, 2-1 up against United, with the potential to see United come back. But near the 90th minute here, Weah's had a lob through ball passed through to him, and he's smashed another one in. Hat-trick hero, Timothy Weah. That's 3 goals in this game now for Weah, 12 for the season, and he's absolutely demolished Manchester United pretty much single-handedly. What a great strike there at the near post. Confirmation there of the 12 goals that Weah's now got in the Premier League. And that's the end of the game. As we can see, Weah got his hat-trick and goes off to collect the match ball. Only 4 attempts on goal for Weah, and he scored or converted 3 of them. So a really, really good result for us all round. And as you can see, Timothy Weah got a perfect 10 there. 19 points he accumulated in just that game alone, purely because of his statistics. As we move out to a bit more training for the youngsters. Okay, so we move out to the final game of this episode, and we're going to face off against West Ham United here at the London Stadium.
Will you please make some noise as we welcome to the pitch our visitors, Aston Villa, and your Irons, West Ham United.
And here's our lineup for the game. We're once again going to play the 4-3-1-2 formation with Horn in goal, Bradrick, Gordiano, Bastoni and Henry at the back, with Burge in the CDM, Maitland-Niles and McGinn in the engine room, with Grealish in the cam position, and we've got Weah and Brewster up front, although you wouldn't know it because the drop finished rather prematurely. Picks up the ball here in the centre of midfield, and lovely spray ball out to Rico Henry, knocks it into the box. West Ham managed to get it clear, and that is a free kick because we've been bumped into. Again, another situation where personally I wouldn't have given a free kick, but we've managed to wrangle one away from the referee. Jack Grealish stood over the ball. It's in a very inviting position, and he strikes it, but it's a poor effort in honesty, and he's gathered up by the goalkeeper. Some attacking pressure here from West Ham, they've managed to get in behind on the overlap. Bradderich caught out, and Anderson has absolutely smashed that against the underside of the bar, and it's managed to creep across the line. Rightly so, the West Ham fans and players celebrating that goal, because it was one of decent quality, but the goal line detection system is suggesting there that the ball isn't over the line, but saying it's a goal. So I think we've got another one of those scenarios, yes we have, where we get the replay continue afterwards. What is the point in showing us something that is not correct? A few minutes on from that goal from West Ham, we've managed to get a corner, and Gordiano has scored his first goal for the club. A towering header that he scored from the corner. Grealish with the corner. Gordiano gets in ahead of all of the West Ham players that are around him and manages to nod the ball home. A really great finish from the centre-back. Keeper there not really getting any air though, and just falling over towards the ball. I'd be a bit displeased if I was his manager. Okay, just before half time here, some possession from West Ham as they try to apply more pressure. Get the ball out to Anderson again with a great strike, but Horn manages to push that one around the post, and it's gone out for a corner. Really good strike from Anderson. And here's the resulting corner. Yarmolenko's going to knock the ball into the box, and we managed to get it clear. Still under pressure though, and referee finally blows for half time, and we're 1-1 in this game. Going to make some changes here. Not something I ordinarily do at half time, but feel that we're perhaps not getting the ball out wide enough, and so we're going to just try to stretch West Ham a bit more. Maitland-Niles will go out on the right wing, Wale will go out on the left wing, and we'll just utilise the players that are already on the pitch until we can make some substitutions a bit further into this game, if what I've just done does make the difference. Bradderich has found Maitland-Niles here straight from the kick-off, knocks it into the box, but it's deflected, and what a goal there from Ryan Brewster, falling away with a bicycle. And he's scored a fantastic goal there. It was a bit scrappy, to be honest. The ball into the box from Maitland-Niles was deflected. McGinn then heads it back towards Ryan Brewster, and he just manages to get on his bike. I want to ride my bicycle. It's a really good finish there from the young ex-Liverpool striker. And we're now 2-1 up against West Ham. Just before the 60th minute mark here, Williams out on the wing, knocks it into the box, and Bastoni's made an error. That goal is primarily down to an error from Bastoni there. Poor control, and Jack Wilshere that is there to pick up the pieces and smashes the ball home. And now it's 2-2, so a really interesting match evolved here between ourselves and West Ham. Williams here knocks the ball into the box. It's really not a fantastic ball into the box, and like I say, it's just really poor control from Bastoni that leads to the ball dropping into Jack Grealish, I nearly said there, Jack Wilshere's direction, and he just smashes it past the keeper. Williams once more, and a nice through ball, and we've been done. We've been mugged. It's now 3-2, and this is turning out to be an absolute barnstormer of a game. Lovely through ball here, just splits the defence in two, and we can do absolutely nothing about it. Horn did his level best to try to prevent that going in, but as he came out towards it, he just couldn't get anywhere near the player. Grealish knocks the ball away there from that corner. West Ham again knocking the ball round, and Horn has to come to our rescue. That could have quite easily been the fourth for West Ham. So it's a loss there against West Ham, and to be honest, a really fantastic game to play. Even though obviously we've lost, I really enjoyed playing that game. Jack Grealish got man of the match for ourselves. 4 players there with 5 points on the board: Grealish, Brewster and McGinn and Gordiano. And that means that the player of the month is quite clearly Weah. He got 19 points in one game against Manchester United, and lost a few points in the other games, but with 17 he will be given 5 slots in the training programme in the next episode, as we just see Maldonado increase by 1 point overall on his potential from 66 to 67. I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please don't forget to like it, and also subscribe to the channel for future FIFA 2019 content.